Javier Hernandez, a.k.a. the Little P, has been questioned about his future after he's just been in shit-hot form at Bayer Leverkusen, consistently banging in the goals. Asked blatantly, would he consider a move back to the English Premier League, because apparently Arsenal smell some blood in the water and they may be circling to bring in the Mexican to spice up their front pairing. Potentially partner with Giroud, potentially be up there by himself. We'll talk about that in a minute. Have we got a quote? Do we not have a quote?
No.
We don't have a quote?
No.
We have nothing?
No.
So what did he say?
Well, sources for reference, Sky Sports, BBC, both covered this story, so it's not like we're just making this up for you guys.
I mean, that'd be cool if we were.
I would love to start doing that, though.
We should.
Sources say, 280 Sports sources believe that
Messi, Celtic?
Ronaldo is going to, is that the New York Yankees baseball? That's very strange. So Chicharito, obviously playing for Bayer Leverkusen, we looked it up earlier, they're 5th on the table in the Bundesliga, and they're 5th on the table a lot because he's scoring a lot of goals. In addition to that, he recently came out and said that he doesn't really have a beef with Louis Van Gaal. He understands there's 11 men on a team. Certain managers have their ways. And it truly was the best thing for Chicharito to leave Manchester United. Because, I mean, Bayer's doing, not comparatively better, but he's doing better with Bayer than he ever could have with Manchester United. So, go back to the Premier League. Of course, you can go back to the Premier League. I think it would be great if Chicharito goes back to the Premier League, just not Manchester United. Neither Manchester City or anybody who really has a world-class 5-star striker up front. Mm-hmm. So Arsenal has Giroud, who's on good form, but I could see a fit there. Takes a little bit of the pressure off Giroud, who I think has a little, like an unfair amount on him for Arsenal. Maybe he deserves that amount of pressure. If you're that good-looking, I guess you're supposed to get that much pressure. It just kind of happens.
I know, it happens every day.
But it also, Francis, begs the larger question in general of why you're doing great at a club, Bayer in this example, Leverkusen. They go by Bayer, right?
Yeah, you can call them Bayer or Leverkusen, or the Kusen.
Or Bayer Leverkusen, whatever the word is. Regardless, why move? Outside of just money, why move?
Don't move.
Don't move.
I don't see why he would move. Javier Hernandez, Chicharito, whatever you want to call him, has been looking to fit into somewhere. He's been looking for a home. He's like Happy Gilmore's ball. He's found a home. He has found a home at Bayer Leverkusen.
Well, technically, Happy Gilmore's ball doesn't want to go to its home.
But he's still looking. I just said
You're getting
home. Don't know why I wanted to use a Happy Gilmore wrestling. Come on, Adam Sandler needs all the press coverage he can get. I'm trying to help him out here.
I know, but like...
It's not the same concept.
So Chicharito is really the metaphorical ball that does, in a parallel universe, go to its home.
Yes.
Or at the very end of the
movie
movie
So he's not
itself.
too good for his home.
No, he is not too good. His bags are packed. He can get on the plane. There are no baggage fees.
He wants to go home.
He wants to go home.
And we have completely drawn out that Happy Gilmore reference. But either way, I don't see why you'd want to move. He's in the form of his life. He's finally fits into a team, a system, which he is the forefront of the attack. He might want to go back to the attraction of the Premier League, going back to playing week in, week out against some of the best teams, more television coverage, more worldwide coverage, I would say. I mean, the Bundesliga is still a fantastic league to play. You're just really competing against that one horse. You're trying your best to try and compete against Bayern Munich. And when you do compete, as we've seen with Borussia Dortmund's phenomenal season a few years back, everyone takes light of that. But if you are a player who's attracted to competition, if you're attracted to trophies, Arsenal is a team, I mean, I'm saying this, I haven't won a trophy in how many years? I haven't won the Premier League in how many years? It's not exactly the best go-to. I mean, if he was going for trophies, then Manchester City, if they wanted him, or Chelsea.
He's not going to work at Manchester City.
I don't think he will. I think the system of Arsenal would allow for a partner in Chicharito. But again, is he going to be that front striker? Is he going to be the standalone striker that they look to and think to themselves, all right, Chicharito Hernandez is our man. Who else is going to stand up there? If he's injured, fair enough. The way Aguero is for Man City, I don't think he is that person at Arsenal. Because bottom line is, I like Chicharito Hernandez. I think he is a very, very good player, and he's in a good team at the moment that fits him. Do I think he could fit into a world-class team? I don't know. I think he was given chances at Real Madrid, and he came up clutch in games as a utility player. The game against Atletico Madrid, where he put the ball in the back of the net. Manchester United, I just discard that as a sample size. I think he was not given enough opportunity. I think the philosopher Louis Van Gaal had other thoughts on who he would play up there. But you found your form. You found a niche. You found the thing that works for you. Why try and change it? There's no need for it.
I've always believed if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but I can totally see why you go back to the Premier League. And by the way, he is the standalone star, not just striker, but star player, the heart and soul on the international level for Mexico.
Yeah.
He will always have that outlet. And anytime you play on a national level, that's on a big stage.
And even in the World Cup, though, he was used sparingly at times.
I know, but,
and
but it's different now because the World Cup was 2 years ago. Chicharito's a different player now.
And that is a good point, but this is it. Look, players are comfortable. If you make that your goal, like every player wants to start week in, week out. One of the best players or utility players I've ever seen in my life, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, scored the most important goal in Manchester United's history to win the Champions League in that famous comeback against Bayern Munich. Completely comfortable with being a utility player because he was damn good at it. He would come on off the bench, people were scared. You'd get tired chasing around Andy Cole, Dwight York, bring in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and you think to yourself, oh my God, this is a guy who knows where the goal is. Chicharito can be that player. I don't think he wants to be that player. And it doesn't always work out. Pedro, coming from Barcelona, always a bridesmaid, never the bride, came into Chelsea and is never really, he's not taking that team by the scruff of the neck because he's so used to relying on players like Messi and those to provide him with those chances. It isn't always for everyone. Chicharito is enjoying his time as a bride. Live it up. Don't divorce yourself from it. Don't go to the Premier League. Just live it up and have fun. And wear a girdle.
That's the one that tightens the...
I think it might be that, or is it the... Oh, no, what's the thing that you wear on your leg?
Girdle's what tightens the...
Ah, damn it, I messed up. What's the thing that you put up your leg that your husband's supposed to take off?
I have no idea, Francis. You literally...
Garter bell. I said girdle, garter. Same thing. Accent is a whole lot of messed up.
How's your husband doing, Francis?
He's got my garter.